Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So we have another maintenance, meaning I have another update video for you guys today. But before we jump to that, the usual spiel. Like if you enjoy this type of video, sub if you want to keep up with videos in the future, helps us, grow the channel, so on and so forth. All of the funny YouTube words that the funny YouTube people usually say. Subscribe, it like lights up and stuff. See, I said subscribe, right? I said it's working, right? Someone tell me in the comments if that actually worked. I've never actually looked at it on my channel to see if it worked. Anyway, let's roll the intro. You guys have to let me know if you like my more like muted, kind of brought down to earth voice, or a little bit more, what's what we're looking for? Excitement, energy, something like that. Anyway, if this is the first of my videos you're watching, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but you're thinking to yourself, why would I sit here and listen to this guy read me information I can read myself? You're absolutely right. Head over to ngs.ps2.com or pso2.com/players. Scroll on down, and all the important things usually have a little red dot next to them. Usually it's all the updated stuff, so on and so forth, and you can just read it yourself. It's usually there available. It's only it's 11:33 p.m. right now. We just finished my stream up today. We'll stream every day from 7 to 11, by the way, in case you're curious. Take a look at the server maintenance announcement. It lets us know that the servers are going to be down from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. EDT, or Eastern, basically. And then it shows the new stuff that's coming up, which is the Athos, Gladius Soul, Halpha, Gigas Maste, and Dreadkeeper. These are simply the same thing that the Magus did for the other stuff. So if you have the current tier of Gladia, Halpha, Gigas Maste, and Dreadkeeper, you're pretty much good to go, unless you're trying to optimize usually HP and PP in that situation itself. So this is just like the same sort of thing that they did with Magus. So don't worry too much about it if you've already augmented all your stuff and you're like, oh my God, now I got to read. No, this is like a little bit of optimization if you really want to. And that's it. That's listed here. Oh, the other specific changes are the starter packs of Line Strike cards being added in. And that's really about it. Headed over to the update information. Okay, so editing chrono here. I completely skipped over a section of the update. I didn't really mean to because I had this pulled up on a different tab. But yeah, so it actually starts up here. We go over this. Yeah, that's very, we already went over this, but we have, of course, the decorations for, looks like Central City, as well as our region mags. We have the Annie Rappies and the Annie Emperor Rappy, as well as the Emmy rocking a form-fitted hooded dress. I believe that's from one of the most recent scratches. I'm not 100% sure, or it might be in a future scratches coming up very soon, as well as showing off some of the items in the points exchange shop. And of course, the special scratch showing off some of these things here. I did also miss the limited time quest Drill Flaming Wave Dash. This is an 8-player version of the LTQ. I am a little sad to see that this is the LTQ we have, and the 4-band LTQ is going vamoose, bye-bye. It is, in my opinion, a far better LTQ than one of these, but I also haven't done this LTQ yet, so maybe it's just me not being a big fan of the whole floating board thing itself. So it looks like the very end is going to be a new enemy. It's going to be High Wulon, so that should be pretty fun. And then, of course, it moves on to the stuff that we actually did cover. So not sure where I'm going to include this in the video itself, but whoops. Cool. So limited time urgent quest, Omen of the Planet Breaker D2 returns. Also, I think, does it have that? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we have Omen of the Planet Breaker D2 coming back. So we do have an urgent quest that's worth running. So this is going to be Solus, updated to the current level cap tier, which is 115. So that's pretty dope to see. He might be 120. I'm actually curious. So usually it's either on level or slightly above our level, but we'll have to see when it comes out. With that, we also have the new 14-star Evoltio armors that are going to be available. This is increasing to 8.2%. I know some people were like, oh my God, it's only 0.2%. That's not that big of a jump. Keep in mind, this is the baseline of the new set of armors. You can always tell because it is the orange set of armor. They normally upgrade these armors. They will likely upgrade the power along with them. So if you are someone who doesn't have the current tier armor, it's a good idea to jump into this tier. Just jump into it with a bunch of the LCs. They're actually very powerful. I've said this multiple times. Just run full LCs with at least 2 capsules, get the cheap ones if you really need to, and you're going to be in a really good spot. If you have the best in slot of the previous tier armor and you don't have the transfer passes, don't stress it. Don't worry about it. It is only a 0.2% increase, but it does mean that you're not feeling like you're forced into jumping into the newest set of armor immediately. It's not a massive power creep or anything along those lines. So, however, in PSO2, everything's multiplicative, so 0.2 is more than you think it might be. So just keep that in mind. Upgrade with caution. We got to save some money for our fashion, yeah? And then we have the new augments, the Luzin Scepter, and the 4 new Athos type augments. So this is used to make the new augments you can see here You need, of course, the Ardent Gladius Soul, which is the upgraded current version. And then you need a bunch of these Luzin Scepters to make the actual Athos Gladia. And you can see it is still the same tier. So you can see Athos Gladius Soul is 7.75, which is the same as Ardent Gladius Soul. It looks like it's 50 HP and 5 PP. I don't know what Ardent Gladius Soul is off the top of my head, actually. All right, so I had to take a quick look. So it looks like Ardent Gladius Soul is 8 PP and 30 HP. So the variant here that we're looking at looks like it sacrifices some of the PP for more HP. That's likely going to be the case with all of these different ones. So with Halpha Finale, with Gigas Maste, with Dreadkeeper, it's just going to be shuffling the HP and PP amount. In this case, it was less PP for more HP. In the case of the other ones, it depends on the actual what it actually is heavy on. So if it's something that has more PP, it might be less HP, and so on and so forth. And you can balance it out. You can go all into PP, all into HP. And yeah, we're rambling, but you guys get the idea at this point. And they're actually really nice. It only uses one Ardent Gladius Soul to do this. So you just you're basically moving this over to, or turning this into one of these with just enough of these scepters. So pretty cool stuff here. So you're likely going to see a lot of these selling on the market, by the way. So if you are someone who farms almost immediately when the servers go live, go ahead and farm yours up and start selling them is what I'd recommend. New line strike cards being added. So I believe these are, let's see. So it's an EO card, Marlu card, Melifoncina card, and Azami card. Melifoncina card, what? Am I not seeing that card? Hang on, am I blind? There's Oza, okay. No, I don't see her. That's interesting, but, oh, I'm sorry. Oh wait, starter deck exclusive art for the new versions of these. Okay. I'm like, I don't see the new cards here, man. Like, I'm losing my mind here. But it also has these from Nova, from ES, and so on and so forth. It's pretty cool stuff here. We also have the AC Scratch Ticket PSO2NGS Weaponoid style. This is the next set of weaponoids, and in case you're curious, you don't know what ES actually is. So this was a mobile game that existed only on the JP side. Unfortunately, never came over to global, but it was on the JP side, and in that mobile game was connected to PSO2 base. They had characters that you would pull, or chips you would pull, that were based off of weapons. So each of the outfits is actually based off of a weapon. So you'll see that the camos and things like that they carry, that's actually the weapon that they're based on specifically. So you can see them all here listed: the Himmel, the Fin, I also thought it was just Fin Blade, but that's my dyslexia messing with me a bit there, and Rap Crueler. So you can all see them. They're pretty cool. They're actually really, really cool. So in case you haven't been a part of the whole weaponoid thing and how that actually works, you can see that here in this scratch. So we also have the Super Origin Festival sale, the ARC Super Cash sale. In case you're curious how these work, essentially what you do is you can purchase AC for a discounted amount. It's basically like getting, the idea here is that you're getting the value of an extra $10 worth of it, almost like a double value of AC, right? So for the web store, of course, it's a little bit more. For 10 bucks, you're getting 2300 AC, which is pretty dope. And each of these, usually it's about $20. So for $10, you're getting 2200 AC for each of these as well. It's 2300 here, but 2200 here is pretty much the standard you're going to get here for each of these. And the important thing about these is the PlayStation Store one specifically, you need to log into the PlayStation Store version of the game, and the AC is only available on the PlayStation version of the game. PlayStation is completely separate from every other wallet. So with everything else I'm about to explain, these are all together, but PlayStation is separate. So you can technically purchase from every single one of these storefronts. This is a one-time purchase for each store. So you can go to the Microsoft Store, you can go to the Epic Game Store, you can go to Razer Gold, you can go to the Steam Store, and you can go to the official store as well, all these different stores, and you can purchase AC. You get essentially what's worth an extra $10 value, right? For the Steam one specifically, it looks like they can't mess with the price. So what they do instead is you purchase the 2200 amount, which I believe is 20 bucks if I remember correctly, and you get an extra 1200 AC on top of it. So they give you the value on top of the amount that you normally would get. So they give you that extra value regardless of that. So you go through, buy the AC from all these different individual stores, and it will stack up. The only thing that's very important for you to know is you need to log into that version of the game for the game to proc the AC that you purchased to put into your wallet. So it's not enough to just purchase on that storefront. You got to make sure you get into that version of the game to download, or to open up, and then to go ahead and get that AC. I know there's some people that use third-party launchers to be able to access multiple versions of the game. I'm not going to recommend that to you, nor am I going to tell you how to do that, because that is against TOS, technically speaking. However, you're more than welcome to look into doing those sort of things. I'm not going to tell you that it's something you should be doing. I would recommend, if you can, just simply have multiple installations of the game and remove them when you no longer need them. That's kind of a cumbersome way of dealing with things, but when you're looking at it as a way of being able to make some money, you can usually set a download up overnight, something along those lines, and you usually be good to go. I know some people have really, really bad download times, but you do whatever it is you must do. Understand that I have to recommend what I have to recommend. Cool? Cool. And then moving on from there, we also have the 5th anniversary campaign, the Super Halpha Origin Festival. So we've got this starting up. You can always tell exactly what's going on at any point of the festivals, because it usually shows like a whole calendar of the entire thing. So you can see the first 150 times scratch. It's 10 times a day, so for 15 days. And there's some items that shows off that are gonna be part of that scratch. We can see that there when it comes out. We also have the Evalto armor, so that's available the entire time. It's gonna be coming from the urgent quest, and probably other things as well. As you can see here, Plan of the Omen Breaker is only for 2 weeks, so this is gonna be available the entire time. It's gonna drop somewhere else as well. We don't know what exactly yet. We'll find out soon. The super reward box, Solace. So this is from doing Plan of the Omen Breaker. Make sure you're running these to go ahead and get into the super reward box. It usually gives you some pretty solid resources, so I'd definitely recommend going ahead and getting that knocked out. The treasure shop sale. This is in case you need to go ahead and build up any alt weapons. If you're needing to catch up, this is a good time to do so. Usually what they do is they sell the base version of the item or of the weapon itself for about 30K, if I remember correctly, at Fixa 3. So it's a good time to go ahead and stock up on multiples of these. It'll allow you to also help you get higher tiers of fixes on these weapons, and you can set yourself up pretty comfortable to go into the next weapon that'll be coming out probably, I'd say, in the next month or two. Roughly, whenever these treasure shop sales tend to pop up, they usually have the next tier of weapon coming out in the next month. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it in the headline that's going to be coming up on Friday. So just keep that in mind. And again, you have all the resources you need to go ahead and upgrade these weapons and these armors if you're still behind on any of these things. Would I recommend you make the armor? No. Would I recommend you make the weapon? Absolutely, especially if you don't have one at the moment, because you can take the items off this weapon and transfer it to the next one. You actually can transfer off of these weapons completely for free without a transfer pass. Fingers crossed they do that for the units at some point pretty soon, or at least offer more transfer passes in the future. That'd be really, really nice. And of course, there's a campaigns list. It gives you information on everything. SG sale. We also have the new outfits. So they're showing off these new outfits. You can see them here. Nadara, the actual kitty outfit from Nadara. This is, I think, it's a total wear. So this is the total wear for Nadara. This is just the actual base wear. This is her hairstyle and the kitty headphones. They also have an idol, Fantasy Star. Jesus. And a vital gauge. That's actually really cool. And this is also, yep, this is also starting up. So from the end of maintenance on the 22nd, during this period, you can exchange ST scratch tickets, items for Super Origin Festival, SP scratch. Oh, that's interesting. Any type of reward box medal at the SG scratch ticket item recycle. Oh, do I have old reward box medals? I feel like I just got rid of mine. So you might be able to use old ones. I'm not sure. It might be new ones, but it says any type of reward box medal at the SG scratch ticket item recycle. So we'll see. Item ticket or items from the treasure scratch volume 12 and more are available. So pretty cool things there. Also weekly Super Origin Festival gifts. It looks like we're getting some scratch tickets, X cubes, always useful, and demios. I mean, it's just extra. Again, these are just resources. It'll be nice. And then of course we have some boasts that are nice to have. Rappy fritters, you love to see them. And then 2 Big Bang silver scratch tickets. So nice if you get lucky. Use Salon Cards content campaign. For use of the salon for like the next 2 months, basically. And the next month and like a half, more or less. So that's nice. Not to worry about using your salon tickets if that's something that you use quite a bit of. I personally have deleted not only salon tickets, but color change tickets as well, just to prove a point to my chat, and it hurt them every single time. A super reward box from Solus. Looks like we have another super reward box going on, so that's pretty dope there. The Dalian super reward box has started for a while, so I guess this kind of just spoiled the fact that like we're getting an upgraded Dalian later. Like, thanks. Appreciate it. We know what's happening over here now, by the way. If we scroll on up, see how this is the 5th to the 6th. Interesting. If we scroll on down here, I don't know why they bothered with with not telling us what it is, because they literally put it right here. So you know, cool things there. Complete them twice. So double urgent quests again. We have double urgent quests. Go ahead and make sure that you guys have your urgent quests ticked when you're ready to jump into them. I really want someone to create an actual calendar for this that we can just subscribe to. It'd be really nice to get notifications of when urgent quests are about to pop, like on my watch or on my phone or some shit, so I can log in and knock out the urgent quest and then jump back off, you know? That'd be super, super cool. Yeah, you can plan for it. Yeah, you can see this here, but reality's sake, I'm not thinking that far ahead. So it'd be really cool if that's how it worked out. But you can see all the urgent quests going to be here for Wednesday. First one's going to be at 8 a.m. This is Eastern, of course. And you can see it looks like it's every 2 hours from there. So 8, well, this looks 3. So 8, 11, 2, 5, 8, and 11. And we have, it looks like there's a break of no urgent quests from 12 a.m. all the way to 8 a.m. That's actually kind of nice of them, because if you're not, dude, that is extraordinarily convenient for us Eastern time goers. I'm not sure if you can still get randoms to pop in this situation here, but like that's a huge block of nothing here. This is really interesting how these are set up. I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but it's kind of funny how this is set up. So I think it's pretty cool. Again, if someone were to make a calendar out of this, it'd be absolutely game changing. Taking a look. Oh, did we go through everything? I think we did. Yeah. Oh no, Super Origin Boost 1. So for the beginning of the Super Origin Festival, we have increased experience earned and rare drop rate plus 50%. And then that is just for the current week, and then we get more later. So we can see the stuff that we're going to be getting a little bit later on. Enhancement support campaign. So from the 30th, we get 100% success rate on great success, 10% on augmentation, preset skill enhancement plus 10%. I would wait to try to upgrade your preset skills until this is going on. Helpful, helpful, helpful. Limit break and miss at a discount, 30% off. I keep saying this, but it's way too expensive to do these things. The materials are not the issue. It is definitely the end Meseta cost. Please, please, please reduce this. It is ridiculous how much it costs. Potential unlock and Meseta cost is very high as well. This is only 30% off. That's so nice to see. It doesn't look like this is specific to any weapon. It looks like this is just across the board. Multi-weapon and Meseta, 30% discount off. I love how they're doing 30% now all across the board. In the past, they've done like 70% and 80%, and then they've done 50%, and now they're doing 30%. And it's been 30% ever since. And I feel like they were like, oh, we need to, we got to cut out some of the Meseta that some people have. Listen, not all of us have all that kind of Meseta, please. You're bullying. Stop bullying. Again, the materials are not the issue. The materials are definitely not the problem. Treasure shop sale. So yeah, the Sporadio series with presets are going to be 30K, and then the Forsha armor with presets are going to be 20K. Again, Sporadio is going to be kind of like the thing you want to go for. The Forsha is not bad, but it's not something I'd recommend unless you already are you are in Forsha armors right now and you're trying to get your fixes increased. This is a good time to go ahead and get that done. Stock up a couple of them, and then when the boost starts on the 30th, go ahead and go ham and get those upgraded to 4, maybe 5 if you can. And then the Origin login bonus starts on the 26th, so don't have to worry too much about that. But they're going to be giving beta reactors and special scratch tickets and all kinds of cool things there. Weaponoid. And don't worry, I'm going to go over these as well the week they're relevant too. So in case you're curious, like, oh, if we're going to miss, no, it's fine. We're going to go over it again. And the Weaponoid outfits, you can see here, pretty cool looking outfits. I do dig them quite a bit. I do like them. You can see the actual camos for the weapons that they're attached to, right? So you can see the Curio is attached to Himmel. You can see the Curio wrap color is attached to the wrap color outfit. And you can see the Curio fin, I don't even know how to pronounce that, is attached to this outfit here. So that's how they all work out. This is actually a pretty cool hairstyle. I might go after that. We'll have to see. But the boosters and the wings and the all this, I kind of wish all this together was a part of this outfit and you can just toggle it off, but it is what it is, we have another balloon bosom. It's the Wrap Crueler balloon bosom. There's another one. That's crazy, dude. These are always really popular for obvious reasons when in PSO2. I mean, it is what it is. No big deal there, but yeah, that's kind of cool. We already went over server maintenance, and this is nothing important. So I think that's pretty much it. That's everything we need to cover. If there's anything I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe when you keep up with more. As always, thank you to the channel members as well as our Patreon members. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate every single one of you. You make it so I'm able to continue to do this as much as I have been. And I'm not going to say anything, but keep an eye out. Things about to get interesting. Either way, take care, my friends. Peace out.